Okay, y'all. I don't know if this is gonna make it anywhere or not. Soap is soap, and it doesn't always work out. And it's awful soft compared to what it should be. So I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna test the pH really quick because I wanna make sure. You all are gonna get to see what that looks like here in just a moment. There's a good piece that I can use to test the pH. Okay, we're gonna test the pH. So, let me grab my pH strips. This is the fun part, you know? Sometimes shit doesn't go right, and that's just how it is. All right, I need one strip, and I need a little bit of the soap. Putting the soap right down on my strip to see what we get for a color. So it looks like we're getting about a 7, between a 7 and an 8. That's not horrible. Usually I get between a 5 and a 6. So it's still doable. There's nothing wrong with soap. We just have to hope that it hardens as it cures. Because right now it's much softer than I expected it to be. But we're gonna go through with cutting it and stamping it, and going from there. All right. So it's a mess. It's a huge mess. But you know what? I guess if I don't do these videos, then other soapers who have these issues won't realize this happens. This happens. Now, granted, I normally make one log at a time, which is 10 full bars. Well, energy has been going so quickly that it was, I wanted to do 2 different ones. But I noticed, this is what I noticed when I was making it, that when I added my lye solution into my oils, it was not, even after adding the fragrance, it was not coming to a trace, not like it normally does. This fragrance does not really thicken fast. It doesn't do that like how Love Spell does it. Love Spell is like almost instantaneous. But this usually does take a little while, so I didn't think anything of it, but then I did think it is taking a little bit longer than normal. So I wanted to check the pH because I want to make sure that the soapification was complete, and it seems to be. I mean, even it sitting here even longer, it's still in the, I think the 8, more of an 8, but we're still under 10, so I think we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna try to save these 20 bars of soap without having to throw them away. But it's gonna depend on how soft they are as to whether or not I can stamp them. Because if they're too soft, I can't stamp it, it'll just go right through it. So we'll play around with that. But let's go ahead and do the cut for, you know, video's sake. I'm gonna move this down a little bit because I want 10 equal bars. I think right there is good. Okay, here's the cut. Oh yeah, these are so soft. Oh my God. It looks like cheese. It looks like cheese. It did not turn out at all like I wanted it to. But it's real pretty. So we just, you know, maybe have to give it a little bit of time. Let me see how the stamp is gonna look. Let me spray the stamp really quick. If you spray it with alcohol before you hit it, usually it won't stick. Well, I'm afraid, because normally I hit it with a hammer, and I'm afraid if I do that, it's gonna go straight smucking through it. So we're just gonna set this up here, okay? I don't think I'm not gonna worry about the stamp because I'm afraid of what's gonna happen. But, I mean, it is a nice looking soap. So we'll wait a few days, let it cure a little bit, and see if it gets any harder. If it stays this soft, yeah, I'm gonna have to throw these out, unfortunately. And the way that I dropped it in there, it is really cool looking. Let me see if you can all see this. Like the way that it came out, it does look really neat, but it was not really the swirl drop that I was going for. It doesn't look like my normal energy bars, what my normal energy bars look. And I'm not quite sure why. You know, fun. Yesterday was not a good day for me to be soaping, just because there were a lot of things that happened yesterday on an emotional level. And whenever I am going through emotions, like something has happened, something did happen yesterday. And whenever that happens, I try to stay away from soap because I don't want anything that's going on within me to come out into my creation. And I was thinking, you know what, I'm not sure, but I tried to do it anyway. And yeah, well, we see. I mean, these are certainly pretty for sure. I just hope they get hard. I don't know why they're so soft. Maybe it got too hot up here. We are in the middle, we're about to be starting summer. Weather has been crazy. We've already had over a couple of 100 temperature days. So I mean, we're in air conditioned obviously, but still, you know, temperature does really matter when you're doing soap and when you're doing steamers and scrubs and all that stuff. Temperature is very important. I do keep it cool up here. It's usually somewhere between 72 and 78, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So this is the back one. It's mostly, we didn't get enough orange in there, but you do have orange on this side, so. All right, we've got one more to cut. Again, I would love to show you the stamp, but I just feel like these are too soft to do that. I don't want to test the waters. I just don't. I just feel like it's too much. They're too soft. All right, here we go for the cut. Again, we've got our little cheeses. They look exactly like a slice of cheese. This one has more orange on the back end. These look about the same. They feel about the same too. They're pretty soft. Well, all we can do is let them sit up, and I'll have to give an update on how they did. I'm not hugely impressed with the colors. I'm not hugely impressed. I think I should have done more orange versus more yellow. I was thinking that when I did it, but then I was like, oh no, let's do the yellow. You know, it is what it is. This is why I say every time we do a pour, it's not necessarily going to look like what the previous pour did, because it just doesn't happen that way. It just doesn't happen. I should have done an in the bowl pour. That's how I normally do it, and get it to come out. That way it's not quite so random. It has more zigzagginess to it. I normally don't do pours like this. I don't know why I did it. I just did it. But I mean, it smells divine. It smells like energy. Again, soap is soap. It's going to do what it's going to do, and it doesn't always play nice. But I will keep an updated video once we get, you know, a few days out to see if it hardened and if it's workable, or if we had to toss the entire soap. So we'll keep you updated. Okay, I'm gonna do a cleanup and then call it good. I'm gonna do some research on the pH and make sure we're good there too, and we'll go from there. So thanks guys, see you later.